fourthies, it's Mrs. Carvino. I just want to quickly talk about volume and capacity, which is what we're learning this week. Capacity and volume means how much something holds. So as you can see from this picture, 1 cup holds a lot less liquid than a gallon does. And as we go through these measurements, we get larger and larger. We're going to be talking about how much of each of these fits in the next size, or how much would fit into the smaller one. So taking a look at our conversion chart, this is a lot to look at. So I want to show you a quick little video, quick little story, really a picture, that'll help you remember this. So this is Gallon Kingdom, and in Gallon Kingdom, we have a gallon house. This is my gallon house, and when I draw my gallon house, I'm going to draw 4 windows. And in each window, there is a prince and a princess. And these prince and princesses are a little high maintenance. They can't just have 1 crown, they have to have 2 crowns each. So they each get 2 crowns. Now this is the picture that I'm going to use to talk about my gallons, my quarts, my pints, and my cups. So as you can see here, how many cups are there in a quart? So if I want to look at 1 quart here, how many cups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cups in my quart. But what would happen if I had 2 quarts? So 2 of these windows. How many cups do you see in the 2 of them? Well, there's 4 in this one, and there's 4 in this one, so there would be 8 cups in my 2 quarts. So using this picture is how I'm going to solve the rest of my conversion. So let's take a look. The saying that you saw in your ed puzzle last week was horse to fly, multiply, and fly to horse, divide, of course. So what this means, what these 2 little sayings are, is when you start with a large measurement, say a gallon, and you're going to a smaller measurement, like a cup, you would be multiplying to find that answer. If you're starting with a small measurement and you're going to the big one, you're dividing. So I'm going to keep saying these sayings as I do these conversions on the next few slides to help you. So let's take a look. 7 gallons equals how many quarts? So I know that 1 gallon has 4 quarts. If I didn't know that, I could go back to that picture I just drew, and there are 4 quarts, 1, 2, 3, 4 in my gallon. So coming back here, if I know that 1 gallon has 4 quarts, I'm going from a large measurement, a horse, to a fly. So I'm going to multiply. 7 gallons equals how many quarts? 1 gallon is 4. That means I have 7 groups of 4. I'm going to multiply. 7 times 4 equals 28. Now I'm going to come here and I'm going to say quarts to pints. I'm starting with a large measurement and I'm going to a small measurement. Horse to fly, multiply. So if I know that one of them is 1 quart is 2 pints, I'm going to multiply 5 times 2 to get 10. Now this time I'm starting with a small measurement of cups and I'm going to a larger measurement of pints. That means I'm going from a fly to a horse, so I'm going to divide, of course. I know that 1 pint is 2 cups. Now remember those prince and princesses, they couldn't just have 1 crown, they had to have 2. So I'm going to divide 18 divided by 2 to get an answer of 9. Sometimes your answers will, your questions will look something like this. And you have to figure out the missing question marks. So let's take a look. 1 gallon is 8 pints. If I wasn't sure about that, I could go back to that picture I drew of gallon house and count up how many pints were in the gallon. So 1 gallon has 8 pints. That means 2 groups of 8 would be 16. How many groups, how many pints would there be in 3 gallons? I would have 3 groups of 8. I'm going to multiply 3 times 8 to get an answer of 24. Coming over here, my question mark is on this side this time. So I'm going to go from cups to quarts. Now, if I'm going from a small measurement to a large measurement, I'm going from a fly to a horse. So I'm going to divide, of course. So 28 divided by 4 would give me an answer of 7. We'll do one last one together. So I'm going from gallons to cups. I'm going from a horse to a fly. So I'm going to multiply. If 1 gallon is 16 cups, how many cups is 3 gallons? 3 times 16 would be 48. So I'm going to stop right there. We do have Zoom calls this week that we're going to be talking a little bit more about this, but I wanted to make a video for you just in case you have, so that you have something to refer back to. So I hope to see you all on Zoom. Talk to you then. Bye, fourthies.